United USA. Thanks for tuning back in. So in this, I'm going to include at the end of the video from the Supreme Court in OSHA talking about when is the pandemic going to end.
And facts will continually change. New variants will emerge. There might be new treatments, new vaccinations. We have boosters now, right? So now full vaccination might not just be the 2 jabs. It might include a booster as well. So when does the emergency end? I mean,
it's going down. Chilling. Yeah. You can get the OT, take the overtime whenever you can get it. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I want to save for the rainy days and the sunny days. Oh, damn. But anyways, yeah, boy, Flavor Flav, yeah. It's amazing how things work out sometimes. You know, take, for example, me finding this job, you know. Here I was working construction on some other job sites through a contractor, and led me to this location, meeting another contractor, you know, and that word of mouth. Next thing you know, meet someone that sees your work ethic, that you're a hard worker, you're diligent, on time, responsible, and takes notice, and boom, switched jobs just like that. What up, YouTube? Got the wheelbarrow and recording. It's what you call multitasking, dude. Yeah. You know, it's crazy. The boss is so happy with me this week. I'm getting a promotion and a raise in pay. Up to my hourly pay, a few bucks an hour, which is awesome. And 3 guys got fired this week, and I'm the last man standing. Boom! And OSHA, I guess, is mandating by January 10th that construction workers have proof of vaccination. How about that? Me and some of the guys in the lobby were talking about it, and I'm like, do you guys see this bullshit? They're like, yeah, can you believe that? They're like, it's crazy, man. I'm like, it's not just crazy. To force a vaccine on me. Now, YouTube, do not censor this video, YouTube. Do not. Because if you do, you are infringing on my First Amendment. A violation of the 13th Amendment of the Constitution. Look it up. Look it up. What does the 13th Amendment of the Constitution of the United States say? It says, nor slavery, nor involuntary servitude. I mean, when slavery was abolished, Abraham Lincoln, Constitution passed that 13th Amendment. It was to protect us in all facets of being forced to do something that you don't want to do. If something is involuntary, that's considered involuntary servitude, slavery, which is a violation. Not me, not doing it. It's ridiculous, man. It's crazy. I'm kind of pissed right now, but whatever. Still going to make the best of my day.
One contrast that the applicants point out between OSHA's authority to issue an ETS versus a regular regulation is that for its exercise of power in the normal course, it need only find that a regulation be reasonably necessary, but for an ETS, it has to satisfy a necessary standard. Now, you've argued, and I think there's a lot of intuitive appeal to this, that when you're facing an emergency of the magnitude of this pandemic, that this power effectively can be used most effectively as a blunt instrument. You know, we don't have time to make industry by industry specific kind of calculations because we want to move with speed. But how do you reconcile that understanding of necessary with the broader reasonably necessary standard in OSHA's normal regulatory authority?
So we certainly agree that the emergency temporary standards reference to necessary as contrasted with reasonably necessary and appropriate is a heightened burden and includes a measure of tailoring that's necessary with respect to the particular mitigation measures. But I don't think that that helps the applicants here because they haven't come forward with any alternative mitigation measures that they think would equally protect the workers that OSHA found were in great danger.
But do they have to come forward with that evidence, or did OSHA have to consider it and reject it? Because another part of their contention is that OSHA did not adequately explain why this measure, this particular rule in its scope, was necessary vis-a-vis or as compared to other possibilities.
Well, OSHA explained that at length over dozens of pages in the 150-page preamble to the rule. OSHA specifically explained why vaccination as the single most effective way to target all of the ways that the virus threatens workers in the workplace was a necessary measure here, and it further explained why masking and testing would be essential if workers remain unvaccinated in order to ensure that despite their higher risk level of contracting the virus, they couldn't carry it into the workplace and spread it to their coworkers. So I think the suggestion that this wasn't adequately explained is inconsistent with the arguments they're making. And as I understand their tailoring arguments, and this actually touches on the question you asked earlier in the argument, they're really focused on two things, the categories of workers and the particular workplaces. And they haven't suggested that there are other mitigation measures there that OSHA neglected to consider. They're saying those things should have just been carved out altogether. But that is inconsistent with the Secretary's judgment that all unvaccinated workers face a grave danger and that the risk exists anywhere that employees are gathered indoors together. And again, there might be subcategories within those groups that are in graver danger, but I don't think there is any basis on this record to conclude that the agency lacked substantial evidence to draw the lines that it did.
That's helpful, thank you. My second question is, again, about the status of this rule as an ETS. So Chief Judge Sutton pointed out in his dissent from the denial of initial en banc that OSHA did not adopt this rule in response to the emergency, quiet emergency, because that had been ongoing since early 2020. But instead, it responded to new facts on the ground, which included the widespread availability of a vaccine that maybe it was a surprise many people chose to forego, and the emergence of the Delta variant. And Chief Judge Sutton pointed out that in an extended pandemic, or I don't know if we've moved to an endemic such as this one, facts will continually change. New variants will emerge. There might be new treatments, new vaccinations. We have boosters now, right? So now full vaccination might not just be the 2 jabs. It might include a booster as well. So when does the emergency end?
You know what I'm saying, and you understand? Please like and share this video. Check y'all later.